Hey guys, how's it going today? It's a Sunday afternoon here at the house, and I was going to shoot a little video on states of matter. And I'm going to be using the stove. Things around. I like to do most of my science in the kitchen because there's a lot of science in the kitchen. And so, anyway, we're going to discuss the three states of matter. Three states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so a solid maintains its shape and its volume. It's not going to change no matter where you put it, what position you put it in. And then a liquid is going to maintain the same volume, but it's going to take the shape of its container. Or sometimes if it's a liquid and it's not in a container, it'll just run on the floor or whatever surface it's on until it runs out of water. And then a gas. And gases um, do not have a definite shape nor definite volume. And they'll just spread to whatever. The gas will spread just to the sides of the room, to the corners of whatever container it is, and ultimately, if it's not in a container, it's just in a free room, it'll go all over the place. So, okay, here we go. We'll start in a second. Okay, so in order to do this today, we're going to be dealing with ice, water, and water vapor. Okay, now water is water throughout all stages. It's just it exists in the form of solid, liquid, and gas. The solid is called ice. The liquid is what we usually see it as, liquid water. And then the gas state is what we call water vapor. Okay? And I'm going to do it here on the stove, on this burner on the stove, so you can see it go through the all of its stages. So here we go. Hold on a second. So we're going to start off with some ice in this container right here. Okay? Now, I think some of you know the song that was written about ice and being too cold. Ice, ice, baby, too cold, too cold. Ice, ice, baby. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This surface is hot. You can tell. Don't touch it directly. Okay, this is a hot surface I have here. So the heat is what's it's going to have heat energy, and then it's going to change the state of the matter here. That's the way you change the states of matter, is by applying energy. Not everything changes states of matter at all the same temperature. It depends on what it's made of. Okay, so here we go. Ice is a solid. So I'm going to put it on there. And you should be able to see it melting. Just like the Wicked Witch from the West, right? Ah, I'm melting, I'm melting. Okay, and then if we heat it up a little bit, so you see how it's going away, right? Now, it's less ice, but the amount of water between what's liquid and solid is the same right now, because it hasn't turned into a gas yet. So I'm going to heat it up a little more, and then hopefully we'll be about boiling this off here. There we go. So I'll put it on high. And let me get this wooden spoon to move it around, because wood is not a conductor of electricity. It's a heat or so. Right now, this is totally melted. So it's totally changed from a solid to a liquid. And ice melts at the same temperature that the liquid freezes. Okay, 0 degrees Celsius. So we're going to let this continue to heat up for a second, and then we'll get it to where it evaporates. Okay, hopefully you can see now that that little tray right there, the tray that the water's on, is starting to evaporate. And the longer we sit here and let it, we'll see the bubbles. Hopefully you can see the bubbles. And then eventually it will collect. It'll collect up on top of it, just like just like whenever you're cooking, you're boiling water on a stove in a pot, and you can see that the amount of water and ice has decreased to almost nothing. Okay, so you see that there's not as much left. So there we go. Okay, so hopefully you saw that the water evaporated. It went from the ice to the solid. I mean, the ice, which is the solid, to the liquid water, and then it evaporated to into water vapor. Okay, so hopefully this video will help you out, and so now you know the 3 states matter. All right, remember, be where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing with the people you're supposed to be with. It's Mr. Fournier signing off.